Israelites that when a man or a woman wants to separate themselves, God told Moses, to tell the children of Israelites that when a man or a woman wants to separate themselves to a vow of a Nazareth, to separate themselves unto the Lord, the man should separate himself from wine and strong drink throughout all the days of his separation. He should not eat anything that comes from a grapevine. Then during the period of his vow, he should not cut his hair, for they are holy and set apart to the Lord. So God told Moses to tell the children of Israel that if a man or a woman wants to separate themselves, they don't want to marry again, they should make a vow. The vow is called a vow of Nazareth. That if they want to separate themselves, the man, first of all, should not drink strong drink, that's wine. And he should, throughout the days of his separation, he should not eat anything that comes from a grapevine. Then during the period of his vow, he should not also cut his hair, for they are holy and set apart to the Lord. That is why they must let their hair grow long. And throughout the days of his separation, he must not go near a dead body. Even if his father, his mother, brother, or sister dies, they must not defile the hair on his head, because it is a symbol of their separation. God said all the days of his separation, he should be holy even unto the Lord. He also said that if a man dies in his presence, he has defiled his consecrated hair, then he shall shave his hair in the days of his, and he shall shave his hair in the days of his cleansing. On the 7th day he shall shave it, and on the 8th day he shall bring 2 turtle or 2 young pigeons to the priest, to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the priest shall offer one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering, and make an atonement for him, and he shall sanctify his head that same day. So he must dedicate himself to the Lord for the period of his separation, and must bring a year-old lamb as a guilt offering. The previous day do not count, because he became defiled during his separation. And after all these days of separation, he will then offer sacrifices to God and shave his hair in the door of the tabernacle. And God spoke to Moses to tell Aaron and his sons that they should bless the children of Israel, saying to them, "The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. And the Lord shall lift you up with his countenance upon you and give you peace." So chapter 6 tells us about a man who wants to separate from his wife. So there are laws attached to it. He should not drink strong drink. He should not shave his hair. He should not go near a dead person, even if his father, his mother, his brother, or his sister dies. They should not shave his hair out of his head, because it's a symbol of his consecration. And if a man dies in his presence, so the man that is making this vow to God, that wants to separate, if somebody dies in his presence, he should shave the hair for cleansing and restart again. And on the 8th day, he should bring 2 turtle doves or 2 pigeons to the priest of the tabernacle. So the priest will not do a sin offering, present it to God as a sin offering. The priest will present the 2 turtles set up, has fully set up the tabernacle and anointed and sanctified it, including the instruments, the vessels, and he sanctified them unto God. It also tells us about how the children of Israel and the selected armies offered sacrifices to God. So chapter 7 tells us the tabernacle fully ranged, and Moses anointed it and offered it to God. And the children of Israel, they also made a sacrifice, including the armies that was appointed. They also made sacrifices to God. Chapter 8. Then God spoke to Moses to tell Aaron to set up lamps so he can set up So God told Moses to tell Aaron to set up lamps. So he set up 7 lamps, and the light reflected forward, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. So God told Moses to set up 7 lamps in the tabernacle so that they can reflect forward. And God said to Moses that he should take the Levites out of the midst of the children of Israel for purification. So God told Moses to sprinkle water of purification for them, and that they should shave their heads and wash their clothes, and that they should bring a young bull for meat offering, and another young bull for a sin offering. And after that, they shall bring the Levites before the tabernacle of the congregation, and gather the entire community of Israel. And he should present the Levite before God, as the people of Israel lay their hands on them. And Aaron shall offer the Levite before the Lord as a wave offering from the children of Israel, so that they will be ready to do God's work. The reason for their purification is so that the Levite can perform the services in the tabernacle, and so that there will be no pledge among the children of Israel. So Moses and Aaron did as the Lord commanded, and the Levites were purified, and they washed their clothes, and Aaron offered them as an offering before the Lord, and Aaron made an atonement for them to cleanse them. After they were purified, they were allowed to walk in the tabernacle, and Aaron and his sons supervised them, following the directions of God. And to Moses, God gave him an instruction regarding the Levites, that at age 25, they must start serving in the tabernacle, and at the age of 50, they must retire from their work. They can assist their brother in doing anything in the tabernacle, but they are not permitted to do the actual work themselves, for these are the ground rules for the work of the Levites. So before the Levites could be part of the Israelite family, God said they must be cleansed. So they have to shave their hair, and Aaron the priest presented them as an offering to God, a wave offering. They called the offering a wave offering to God. So after their cleansing, why were they cleansed? So that they'll be able to walk